Spruce immediately got busy with her work. She worked day and night. But the surprising thing was that no matter how much silk she cut, it never decreased. Then she realized that it was not an ordinary silk, but a magic, and that her husband had played this trick to stop her. In despair, she went to an old magician who lived in a nearby area and pleaded with him. "Please tell me how to cut this silk thread." The old woman smiled and said, "Light the stove and throw it in the fire. There is no other way." Spruce came back. She put the silk cloth in the fire. Immediately the flames rose and a big, ugly, frog-like creature began to jump out of it, whose mouth was coming out like silver threads. After a while, the fire went out, the frog disappeared, and a shiny silk cloth was left on the ground. Spruce picked up the cloth and presented it to his husband and asked him to go back. This time, the grass snake put up another test. He took out the iron shoes from under the throne and said, "You can't go until these shoes get wet." Spruce put on his shoes and tried to break them with his feet on the rocks. But they were so hard that they had no effect on him. Then the old woman went to the magician again and told him everything. The old woman said, "Take these shoes to a blacksmith and tell him to burn them in the fire." Spruce did the same. When the shoes were burned in the fire and softened, they were worn out in 3 days, and she once again asked permission from her husband. This time the grass snake agreed, but set one more condition. "It is not appropriate for you to go empty-handed. Make a pie for the guests and take it with you." But she cleverly hid all the utensils in the palace so that nothing would be left to knead the dough with Spruce. Spruce kept thinking for a long time how to get water from the river without the utensils and how to knead the dough. But when there was no solution, she again went to the old woman. The old woman said, "Do not try to get water out of the well, but take a sieve. Close the holes with dough and fill it with water from the river. Knead the dough and prepare the pie." Spruce did the same, prepared the pie, and finally got ready for the journey. When she was about to leave, the grass snake came to leave her by the shore. She said goodbye to Spruce and said, "Stay with your parents for 9 days, but come back on the 10th day. When you return, come alone, and stand on the shore and call me like this. If you are alive, my husband, then the sea will be white as milk. If you are dead, my beloved, then your skin will be as red as blood. If the water of the sea is boiled and the skin is milky white, then I am alive. But if the skin is as red as blood, then understand that I am dead." Spruce took the lead and left for his parents' house. When Spruce reached his parents' house, there was no place for happiness. His parents, siblings, everyone was surprised to see how he was looking, how he was living his life, and whether he was happy with the grass snake. Spruce did not have time to answer the questions. She kept talking about her wonderful life, the blue palace of the sea, colorful feasts, and her husband's favors, and everyone listened to her with interest. But here her 12 brothers made a plan that this time they would not let her go to the grass snake, and that they would take the help of the other sisters for this purpose. Spruce's brothers, with the help of their sisters, very cleverly, revealed to her the secret of how she would go to the shore and call the grass snake. Spruce happily repeated the same sentences that her husband had taught her. The 12 brothers of Spruce picked up their sharp spears and went to the shore of the sea. Standing there, they repeated the same words that they had heard from Spruce. When the grass snake heard this call, it swam from the depths of the sea and came close to the shore. The brothers of Spruce attacked it and destroyed it. Then the brother quietly returned home, but he did not say a word to Spruce. 9 days passed. The day came when Spruce had to go back to his husband. He happily left his parents and brothers and sisters. Reaching the shore, He stood facing the sea and repeated the same words, "If you are alive, my husband, then the sea will be white as milk. If you are dead, then the sea will be red as blood." As soon as her voice changed, 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 her voice changed. These were your 12 brothers who killed me with their arrows. You broke your promise. Now you will be stuck in one place forever, like a tree that can't go anywhere. And as soon as those words were spoken, Spruce's feet began to grip the ground. His body began to turn into hard wood, his arms into branches, and his hair into leaves. And he turned into a spruce tree and stood there holding on to its roots forever, as if time had imprisoned him. It is said that even today, that tree is still there.